In lesson 2.1, one of the key ideas is whether something is or is not a function. One way we can look at that is like number 18. To the left, we have the numbers 3, 2, and -1. And we're trying to figure out if they're matched up with 1, 3, 5, and 7. If you look, the number 2 is matched with two different numbers, a 3 and a 5. If one value from your domain is matched with more than one number from your range, then it is not a function. So number 18, the answer is not a function. Along the same line is something like number 22, but instead of looking at a table of values, we have a graph. When we have the graphs, we have a special thing to check for one x value giving us one y value. That special test is something called the vertical line test. If you can imagine a vertical line going through the graph, if that vertical line hits more than one spot, which this one does in number 22, then we have the same situation where this is not a function. If the vertical line would only hit one part of the graph, then it would be a function. But this vertical line hits 3, so 22 is not a function. Last but not least, we looked at something called function notation. Function notation means instead of writing an equation as y equals something, we use f of x, g of x, or some other letter of the alphabet. So in 46, they want us to figure out what f of -3 is. My f of x equation is 3x minus 5. So wherever there was an x, I'm now going to plug in a -3. Doing that gives me 3 times -3, and then minus 5. 3 times -3 is -9. And when I subtract 5 from that, I get -14. Now let's try number 47. Same kind of idea, but I'm using a different function. I'm using g of x, which is x squared minus x. In 47, they want me to find g of 3. So wherever there was an x, I'm now going to plug in a 3. That gives me 3 squared minus 3. 3 squared is 9. And if I subtract 3 from that, I get 6. One more, this time in number 50, instead of plugging in a number, we're going to plug in the variable a. Even though it's a letter, we do it the same exact way as 46 and 47. We use our f equation, which was 3x minus 5. Everywhere there was an x, we're now going to plug in an a. So 3, instead of x, we plug in the a, and then minus 5. There's nothing I have to simplify. So my final answer is 3a minus 5.